Hi everybody, JacqBean here, getting ready for another review. I hope that you guys enjoyed the holiday season. I did take some time off, but I'm back and I'm ready to go. So today, we're going to do a review of that final Rick and Michonne scene and just kind of talk about where I think that things are going, and definitely look forward to hearing what you think. So let's get to reviewing.
I think of the dead all the time. And about the living, who I lost.
I tried to get to you and your brother again and again. It's too far for the radio now, I know that. But I still got you, and you got me. We're connected. We're still connected.
I think about them all every
to
day.
Everybody we ever loved.
Their faces, what I learned from them, how they made me who I am. So much more than all this made me who I am.
We'll always be together, even when we're apart. We, together, are the strongest thing. We're love, and love is endless. So we, those gone,
all of our lives,
those away,
become in one life.
We are endless.
We're together. Pieces of a whole that just keep going for what we gave each other. One unstoppable life. You showed me that. You gave me that.
I know you're back there. I know your brother is back there, just as sure as I know he's out there. Somewhere. Not just as a part of us. He's alive out there. I will find him. Because I know he's trying to find us.
No.
Consignee Grimes, you've been located and are instructed to surrender. Remain in place with your hands up. Come on, Rick. It's like he told you. There's no escape for the living.
Remember what I said. It's what he said. Hold it to your heart. It's true. Forever.
We are the ones who live.
We're 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 the ones.
We are the ones who live. We're the ones who live. We're the ones who live. We're the ones who live.
We're the ones who live.
We're the ones who live.
I really love the opening for the scene because one, it's so great to see Rick and Michonne. We haven't seen them so long, knowing that they're going to be creating a new show to come out. I believe it may be late 2023. And also to pay homage to all of the people that had been through The Walking Dead, you know, seeing T-Dog, seeing Carl, seeing Herschel. Because, you know, they really weren't able within the show, the last episode anyway, to kind of concentrate or go back and talk about the people that we'd lost in the previous seasons of The Walking Dead. And while I really love the ending Walking Dead family, it really made me miss the family that we had at the present. I also think it's doing a great job setting up the Rick and Michonne show. You had Michonne really speak into her strength, getting back to her family, her children, to RJ and Judith, but finding Rick so that they can all be together. So that just kind of shows what her love is and her strength in her family. And from Rick's perspective, because he doesn't know, especially about RJ, that it's setting up his love story with her. It's setting up how he loved her and how she gives him strength. And maybe him being there or being back or surviving is a part of that. You know, at the beginning, him surviving was all about Carl. Now he has Judith and RJ along with Michonne that gives him that strength to keep going. So let's start with talking about Michonne. It looked like Michonne was writing in a journal, just a way that if she's found alive or dead, that people will know, especially her children, would know what happened, what space she was in, where she was at in her search for Rick, as well as her and him getting back to Alexandria. And then you see Michonne sitting there looking at that phone, the phone that she had found on the boat that had her and a picture actually of Big Judith, although when Rick was taken, Judith was little. And that just brings up another question. You always go, well, how did they get a picture of Big Judith? And the word has been that it was Jadis that put that drew this information on the phone, along with Japanese words that say, believe a little longer. It's going to be interesting to understand what that scenario had been that she would write that. Because, you know, to me that seems like something you'd say to give somebody hope when they're down. And I definitely don't expect it of Jadis for some reason, because she took off quickly with him in that helicopter. And there's a good part to that, because it has to be, you know, because she had taken him, that he was able to get some help from his injuries. So getting back to Michonne, it looks like she's getting ready to go. So she puts some things in that bag, including that phone. But one of the things that I thought was pretty interesting was that there was one of Rick's boots sitting up there, but it was just one boot. I actually thought that when she found his things on that boat, that both boots were there, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check it out again. She went through riding the horse, and it was a badass moment. I love what her costume looks like. She looks like, you know, Michonne in Thunderdome. She then stops and she's surprised. You can tell on her face. And when you got an opportunity to see what she was seeing, my first thought that it was walkers, you know, and I was like, how's she gonna work with all these different walkers? But the pattern of the group of people looked like the group that she was when she left the boat on her way searching for Rick. And her part in the final scene ends with her going straight forward on the horse, riding down to this group of people. Now let's go to Rick. He's standing there, he's putting the letter that he wrote into a tube. Then the camera kind of pans to his stuff, and he has a bag that looks like Michonne's bag. And he has one of the boots. So then I'm starting to keep thinking again, you know, where I thought Michonne took both boots at one point. And it starts to make me think, have they kind of gone through some of the places, the same places at one time? they didn't meet up, of course, but maybe they were in the same spaces at one point, crossing paths without seeing each other. Then Rick goes over to the water because he's don't have no shoes on. He walking with bare feet all over by waters that are all kind of dug down into the sand, and he hears the helicopters above him, and he's like, no, he's worried now, but he takes that tube and he throws it into the water. So will somebody see that? Will a Daryl or a Negan and Maggie end up kind of finding this tube that has this information in it? That's going to be wonderful to see where that note ends up. But it could be Jadis that finds it. It could be one of the people from, I believe it's called the CRM. What would be the repercussions of that? As well as throwing that tube into the water, he also took the bag that he had, the one that looks kind of like Michonne's bag too, and he packed everything in it and he threw it inside that boat that was sitting right there. And that boat definitely looked like the kind of boat that Michonne was in when she kind of found Rick's stuff. So he's probably not far away from wherever it was that they'd taken him before. He's definitely trying to get back. A voice from the helicopter says, "Consignee Rick, you have been located." Sort of they're stopping your tracks kind of thing. Rick did do that. He was mad that he was found, but he did stop and he put his hands up. So I had to do some looking and dictionary finding and stuff about what consignee could mean, because what I know about consigning is more based on shipping, and it's probably not that far off. So to consign is to deliver something into another person's custody. So this something would be Jadis had delivered Rick into the custody of the Civic Republic. So they are looking to take him back. The voice was very formal at first, calling him Consignee Rick. But then it kind of softened up like a friend, a person that you know anyway. I don't know if that would be a friend. But he said, "Come on, Rick. It's like he told you. There's no escape for the living." So Rick is standing there with his hands up, surrendering to the CR community. He has a pretty mean look on his face, and then he starts to smile. "What are you up to, Rick?" So that smile from Rick, that makes me think about when they were all caught up in Jadis's web, trying to get Gabriel out. And he had that smile that even Gabriel at the end was like, what was that smile? What are you smiling for? And he's like, "Because I knew that we'd be able to get out of this, that we would get what we needed." And I think that's what he's feeling right now. Something is going to happen. Now, maybe he meant to get caught. Maybe he's smiling because his plan is working. But I didn't think that would be it, because he was really pretty panicked when he realized that they were looking for him. So I'm looking forward to kind of understanding what that would be. I can't imagine it was Michonne, although I would like to believe that it was. Maybe it's far enough down the show that she kind of comes through with the cavalry. I think that she's meeting up with the people that she had been living in their community, and that she's going to be able to get some help to help her, or that becomes a way that she can find out some information. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. We're going to try to keep a running list to see how good we turn out to be with the results when the new show kind of launches. So just some information. It looks like that the Rick and Michonne show will start filming in January of 2023 and probably come out in late 2023. The Daryl show has already started filming in Paris, I believe at the beginning of December. The Maggie and Negan show will be running in April of 2023. So lots coming up with those shows as well as Fear. If you're enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, and press the notifications so that you know when I upload. It's great to be back, and I'll see you next time.